Hey everyone, it's Sean from Sean's DIY and Reviews, and this was a video I would have never hoped that I'd have to make, but 3 months after getting my JJRC Epik, I had an epic fail with it. So essentially what happened here, and you'll see that this landing leg had come off, but I did retrieve it. It looks like it pops in pretty easily enough. And over here, this part broke from a crash. So let me explain how this whole thing happened. So essentially, this thing's flying up in the air, took it out for a run. I was actually gonna compare this drone to the footage and to the DJI Spark. And I actually started with the thumbnail and all that. And didn't have everything I needed to fly them both at the same time. Had one of my sons with me to help. And unfortunately, well, I guess, we took it out for a couple of flight and brought it back, and fortunately it was close enough to us. But strangely enough, it just started vibrating weirdly, and you saw it go like, and it kind of kicked towards this guy, and all of a sudden this propeller just flew off into the air. And of course, at that point, there was nothing else for it to do but come crashing down. And, strangely enough, it came down, this one's broken, right? But somehow I guess it came down this way and broke this leg off, and that also caused damage to this particular, I think it's this one here. This leg right here, you see where this is broken. So it looks to me like it's just gonna be this bottom frame part. So I should probably be able to buy a replacement bottom frame and put that back in, get a new, it remains to be seen whether I can pop this little screw right out of the middle of the brushless motor. I think I can, because I think that's just a remainder of this little piece here. But apparently this little screw, which isn't really a screw, just flew off along with the propeller. And I'm glad that I had been flying over water a little bit before this, so I'm quite glad that this thing came down where it did, but it definitely came down harshly. And the other thing that was strange about it is when it did come down, it wouldn't shut off. So the propellers were still going. I picked it up, I was holding it in my hand, holding the stick down with the other hand. Of course I was walking, so maybe that's why, but it wouldn't shut off. So I had to open the back battery with my hand low as the propellers were spinning like crazy and pull the battery out. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing that I bought this in February, probably flew it about, 50, 60 times. So I love flying this thing, it's great. And again, like any other electronic product, and any drone, there is potential for failure. And in this case, that's exactly what I had. So I'd love to hear if something similar happened to you. This is the 2K version. I did get enough footage, and I've had footage before. What I'm gonna do is another video comparing this drone with the DJI Spark. And so I picked this guy up at a really good price. Someone was just trying to get rid of it and get a few bucks in their pocket. So I did footage of it with this, and I have similar footage in the same area of this one. So I'm gonna do a video comparing these two drones. Obviously know the result of this one for the moment. And I think the bottom part probably costs around 25 bucks. So I am gonna try to rebuild this. And as I mentioned, I've got a good deal on this. So look for my video where I do compare these two. But I'd love to hear if anybody else had this drone, if you had any kind of failure, or even if you had any other drone that you had failure with. I'd love to hear, because I think it's probably not something that I should just really point this out as being an issue. I probably will reach out to the manufacturer to let them know about it in case there's research or something they'll do. But otherwise, I think it's just a matter of really getting this bad boy back on here and then fixing this one here. But it did come down at a nice crash, and again, I do, but always make sure that your propellers are on tight. Tighten them down if you need to. If they get scratched or cracked up a little bit, or if the angle's bad or anything, definitely replace them, because a replacement propeller is worth a lot more to you or more valuable, costs you a lot less than replacing an entire drone. If this thing fell in water, I would just be telling you conceptually and not showing you this thing. So yeah, I'm looking here, this screw down here came out as well. That's why this landing leg came out. And here's where the screw is, right there. You can see over here where the screw is in there. I do hear something else rattling inside. So yeah, I'll update you as I go through this, but unfortunately, that was the scenario for today. So you want to know more about this drone, check out some of my other videos. I'll link them in the description below as well as in cards above. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.